Alright, so what we're doing on this WRX is we just did a wash outside. It's standard wash like anybody would wash their car. We did a hot water wash using Meguiar's professional car wash soap. Brought the car into the garage, and now what we're doing is we're using a Mother's clay bar kit. So this is your clay, and what the clay bar does is you use a lubricant, which is Adam back here has the Mother's detail spray that comes with the kit. I mix up my own lubricant. You basically make a pancake out of your clay bar, and you spray your lubricant or detail spray onto your panel that you want to work, like that. Then you take your clay bar and you basically hydroplane. You shouldn't be sticking hard, and you'll hear it and you'll feel it grabbing little pieces. Now, depending on how bad your car is, this car was just clayed a couple months ago, so it's really not bad at all. If you have a car that has been neglected for a period of time, when you do this, you'll have black material pulled off of the paint. So when you're finished with the clay bar of that area, you go ahead and you wipe your clay bar lube off, and if you feel, you'll feel that the panel should feel perfectly smooth. All those real little bumps that are embedded into the paint are now gone. So this is not an abrasive that doesn't do damage. At least this minor smooth clay. They do make much more aggressive clay that does put some scratches in. Typically, your claying is done prior to going into your buffing and your polishing and doing your finish work. So this is, wash the car, dry the car, clay the car, move into your compounds, move from your compounds into your polishes. After your polishes are done, do a isopropyl wipe down or whatever method of cleaning all the polishing oils off that you want to use. I like to do an isopropyl wipe. Then you can go into your synthetic sealants, your waxes, or your coatings. This car, once this has all been compounded and polished out, this car is going to get a ceramic coating. So we'll have more on that later. All right, so this is first section of the video. Okay, so all the clay bar work is finished, and what Adam's doing now is using a flexed, it's a dual orbital, but it's a forced rotation, so it's sort of a hybrid between a buffer and a polisher. So he's using this, and what we're using right now, this car doesn't have a lot of damage, so what we're using is Meguiar's Ultimate Polish. It's actually really nice. It's a very, very minimal dust, almost dust-free polish. They make an ultimate polish, they do make an ultimate compound, and then they do their professional series stuff as well. I'm real happy with the retail available ultimate stuff. It works very well. So what you're doing here is you're taking the surface of the paint and you're working your way through any of your defects in the clear coat that are typically caused by washing, drying, and generally handling the car. If you never washed your car, you wouldn't really get a lot of swirling or micro scratches in the paint. But most of the damage that you get in your paint job, in your clear coat, that stuff when you see a light and you see all the little spiderwebby looking stuff, that is typically created by you while you're handling your car. So this is correcting and removing a lot of that surface damage, that light damage that you see. Let's go this way over here. So Adam's using a Buff and Shine brand pad, and it is a polishing pad, the green by Buff and Shine. It is a Velcro back that attaches to my plate on my Flex Polisher. The Flex Polisher was purchased from Automotive in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They stock them, they'll ship them out to you. They have two versions. This is the one with the long, I think it's a 25-foot extension cable. And they have another version with a shorter cable. They also, I believe, now do a mini flex. It's still a forced rotation, but it's a much smaller for doing a lot of your detail work around your bumpers and different tight body lines. Right now I use a Porter cable for doing that kind of work. Hold on one second. Okay, so this is my toolbox that I keep my detailing stuff. So this is the Porter cable, which is a nice small machine, and I stock a bunch of different pads. Let's see, where's my small pads at here? No, come up one. Up there we go. I'm getting some stuff here. Actually, man, I am really bad. I'm out of all my small pads. I need to call T at Autoality and get squared off here. There's one. I got one soft polishing pad left. That's it. Nope, no polishing pads. Yeah, boy, I'm really dropping the ball. It's time to put an order in. Alright. So, yeah, it's good to have a small polisher and a larger polisher. You want to use something big like the Flex here. Get your panels covered and be able to get the job done a lot quicker. And the forced rotation is a must-have for me. Like, once you have a Flex with a forced rotation, you'll never want to get a DA that relies on an offset weight to give you rotation. As soon as you try to apply pressure down to them, they stop rotating. Whereas with the Flex, I'll have Adam show you. He can compress that pad, and he can completely smash the pad flat, and he cannot, under any means, can he slow down or change the speed of rotation or orbit, because the machine is all being done through gear drive systems. There is nothing relying on counterweights. Yeah, go ahead and smash it. And hold the throttle. So no matter what he does, it's going to spin as fast as he throttles the machine. So this hood is done. We're done polishing this. So you can see in the reflections there's really no micro swirling left. Everything is crystal clear. Let me see if I can get that light right in there. Everything's crystal clear and smooth. You're seeing, we're looking right in here at the light reflections here. So we'll try to carry that down around. So this way, once we get the entire surface refined, then we're going to start our isopropyl alcohol wipe down to remove any polishing oils. And after that, we will begin the process of putting our coating on. And the coating that we're going to go with today is going to be by Distinctive Details. And where is this stuff distributed from?
It's out of New York City.
But if they want to buy it today, where are they?
West Penn Laco, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
West Penn Laco, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And you can call West Penn Laco. Can they ship out of their facilities? Do you know if they do that?
No, but there are 5 different locations around the Pittsburgh area.
Okay. So you can, if you're in this area, you could look up West Penn Laco, and you can find the Distinctive Details Nano Ceramic 5000, and you can do the same type of job that we're doing to this WRX today. Alright, so here what we have, Adam is applying the actual coating. This is a ceramic based coating that he's applying to the car. The car has been washed, clay barred, it has been completely polished out, it has had an isopropyl wipe down. We do a 30%, we purchased 91% pure isopropyl alcohol. We put that in a container and we do a 30% isopropyl, 70% water. So we spray the entire car down with isopropyl alcohol and water, let that dwell for approximately 60 seconds to 120 tops. And then begin with clean microfibers, 1 in each hand. You're going to have your bulk material removal, take the isopropyl off, then finish it with the other one. 2 people will go around the car as fast as we can, we get it all clean. Then we let the car dwell and dry, make sure that there's no residual water laying around. Then you begin the process that Adam is doing right now, and that process is applying the coating. So I'm going to grab the camera here. Okay, so So I want to show you what the coating looks like, if I can get it to see into the camera. It's actually really, I can see it with my eyes, but I can't see it with the camera. Let's see if we can go watch Adam where he's putting it on. Okay, so there you see he's adding the product. So you see what he's doing. He's wearing rubber gloves, and the reason for that is that one of the biggest problems with putting coatings on a paint job and getting them to function is doing the preparation and the cleaning. You know, and when I say preparation, I don't mean just correcting the paint and getting rid of swirls and damage. It's getting the paint cleaned, oil-free, contamination-free, and ready to accept the coating. So if Adam were to use his bare hands and start to impart his skin's oil onto the paint, he starts to ruin the application of this product. And the product will fail, and you'll end up blaming the product because you did a poor job of installing the product onto the paint. So you want to make sure that you're wearing rubber gloves, you're keeping all of the contamination from your body off of this car, so that we can get the product onto the car, get it bonded to the paint, and get the kind of results that we're asking for. So once this is all finished, we're going to give this about a half hour, 45-minute dwell time, and then we're going to go back, and they call it buffing the high spots. So you'll see certain areas that will have some minor smear looking, where almost where it looks like the product is kind of like right there. You see it. You see it in the reflection. Where are we at here? Up in here. You see that? So that would be what you call high spots. Now, that probably will not go away as this dries and cures. So we're going to go chase that later, and we'll buff that out with clean microfiber rags and get those high spots out of the paint. If you let those sit too long, you are not going to get them out without getting compound and physically removing that. So it's important to stay on the job. Let's see, you should be able to see some high spots right in there. You're seeing that right in that reflection that you see there. You see that? Looks like a blurry finish. So that right there is the kind of thing that we're going to be going after. We'll get that gone. So we're going to do 3 coatings total, 3 layers total of the coating on this car. And that should leave the car protected easily for 2 years, probably more like 3 or 4 years. So we'll give you some finished photos after. Thank you. So once you've put your coating on, and you went over and buffed all of the what they call high spots, which I would say look like excess material, sort of smeary areas. You buff that all down. So then what you do is you get a bright light. What Adam's using for this job right now is a Harbor Freight light. He's taking that light, shining it around the paint job, looking for any spots, any high spots that might be on the clear coat that we can grab hold of right now. We're about 1 hour total since the installation of this second coat. So Adam's going around now. Right now it could still be worked. It's getting harder and harder to work, but he can still work it. So he's doing that, and we're going to start over again tomorrow and put at least 1 more coat for a total of 3, possibly 2 more coats onto this car. I'll show you here in a second the light that he's using. Okay, this is the light from Harbor Freight. There's one right here. There's a third spare right here. So this would be a Braun part number 63958 magnetic slim bar, folding rechargeable, 390 lumen. The light does, it pivots 90 degrees this way. Here, let me show you here. Alright. Turn it back off. Okay. So it has clicks that you can set it to different detents. Okay, so you have 180 degrees of motion there. Then you also have 180 degrees of motion there. So you see that opposite of the switch. There's the power switch. It's opposite of the power switch. So you can rotate it around in line with the power switch. Okay, so this is the from Harbor Freight. It's the Braun 63958. So you're going to use a light similar to that, or go ahead and order that. There's a coupon right now on Harbor Freight coupon database or struggleville.net that'll get you that light for $20. And you'll use that light to do what you see Adam doing, shining the light into the clear coat, looking for any of these high spots. Once you let these high spots set and cure too long, you absolutely cannot remove them without physically removing them with an abrasive, such as a hard compound or an aggressive polish. You're going to be forced to do things to remove that will set you back and have you starting at the beginning process of putting the coating back on. But you can see that the car does have just an amazing depth of shine. You can see the things that are up on the shelf there into the roof of the clear coat on the roof. So you can see the stereo. Let's go over here to the hood. Okay, so you see what's up there. So as you come down here, you see the lights, you see the shelves. So you see just the crazy shine. It looks almost fake. It's just so smooth looking and so shiny at this point. The car looks like a piece of candy or something. Just that glassy, glossy, deep looking shine that these coatings end up giving you. If you do all your prep work right and you do your clear coat and you get it all set up and ready to go, you see the lights in the trunk lid, just the clarity, the depth, everything is just shocking and amazing. It's unlike what you see on any normal car. This is the type of finish that if you went to a car cruise or something like that, almost every car you see at the car cruise has a finish on their paint job less than what this car is now sitting here with. This is what people at car shows wish they'd had.